गुड मॉर्निंग फ्रेंड्स। आज हम सेल्सफोर्स में विजुअल फोर्स के कुछ इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चन देखते हैं जो इंटरव्यू के लिए बेनिफिट है। तो स्टार्ट करते हैं क्वेश्चंस। व्हाट इज meant बाय द विजुअल फोर्स? Visual force, like the hypertext markup language, is a tag based on the markup language. HTML visual force include the UI framework for the creating of variety of the applying and interactive app. When dealing with the visual force in Salesforce, we must learn a lot of the tags. Some as when working with HTML, Visual Force page are the created using the virus tag and SQL queries. When developers want to create an application in the Salesforce, they can coverage of the variety and of development tools. Many development technology are supported by the Visual Force, including the JavaScript, HTML, as Asmos, sorry, Ajax, jQuery, CSS, and Flash. Next question: where can a Visual Force page be used? Visual Force page can be used to the define custom tab, inbuilt compounds, override conversions button, and tab in the shop sophisticated page layout and construct dashboards components among other things. Next questions: why is Visual Force used in the Salesforce? Visual Force is used to the generate dashboards, compounds, and custom tabs on the details page. We can the inbuilt sections. We create an Visual Force page to display the actions over the previous 10 months, with which we can the inbuilt at the top of the contact details page. We can the create high quality data drive the image template in the Salesforce. Create the Visual Force page. The minimal coding. Visual Force can be the used to create and sophisticated website that are the unrelated to the Salesforce. Next question: what are the element in the Visual Force? There are two elements in the Visual Force markup for the Visual Force. The first compounds in the Visual Force markup. It is made up of the Apex prefixed tag and HTML, JavaScript, and other the common with the development codes, controller and Visual Force. The second type of the element of the Visual Force page in the Visual Force controller, which set out the framework for manipulating data and layout without the user's instructions. There are the three types of the Visual Force controllers and extensions and controllers, standard controllers and custom controllers. Next question: explain about the standard controller in Visual Force. Next questions: what is the mean by the standard list control and Visual Force? We can manage set of the records using the convergence list controller and standard list controllers exit for the each standard controllers allowing the customization of the page like mass action the page and related list and list page, that is exports act one of the set and records using the records set var. We may be associate and regulars list and controllers and extra for navigation action. We are the include in the standard list controller. First, last, next, and barrier are the four options. With of the following object, we can use normal list and controllers. User assist, campaign leads, ideas, contract leads, and product to opportunity, solution, and custom object are just five of the terms you will come across. Next questions: tell us the benefit of Visual Force. A Visual Force is a MVC mode view controller structure development tools that is make It is a simple of divided work between the designer for of user interface and developer for the business logic. It also provides the following the advantage: user-friendly development. Developers can the update Visualforce makeup in the same windows. The display the resultant page as a result. Developers can be quickly verify the outcome of the modification by the simply saving the code. Auto completions and syntax highlighting are also available in the Visualforce editing pane. Quick fix which allow the developers to generate the supporting compounds on the fly are also supported by the Visualforce. Integrations with other the web based are the interface technology. HTML is a eventually Redner from the Visualforce markup designers can now use to Visualforce tag in the conjunctions with the regular Flash JavaScript HTML on the any other the script that is can be run and within the HTML, which is the interface and the platform, the integrate and expression and the feeds. Data drive the default the perform the renders Visualforce compound is intelligently in instant and the contrasting page developers used to use to the virus functional tags for the virus type of the customizable feeds such as a user's account as a scheduling date. They can use two single apex input feeds tags for all field for each feeds in Visualforce render provide the proper editing interface. Hosted platform. This is a platform is a slowly responsible for the computation and the rendering of the visual walls page. They function similarly to the convergence Salesforce page do to the strong integrations regardless of the quantity of the data being the present of the changes. Next, automatically up, upgrade ab- upgradable when other the protections of the Visualforce page platform or the modify Visualforce page do not need to be the end of the page or the transfer directly with the operation of the network because they are the saved as a metadata. Next questions. When should I use Visualforce page? Salesforce custom built application after the significant CRM capability. However, the Salesforce enables you are the personalize the custom built application to meet your the business. However, the your company may have the sophisticated requirement and the organization the operation that is a available functionality cannot be support in this is a instant lightning the platform offer the sophisticated and administrations and the developers serve the option for the creating and bespoke and functionality. Lightning Web Components like customize the HTML element developed with HTML and the sophisticated and JavaScript are now as a Lightning Web Components. They they add they are years to to basic web element requirement and only supply them. What is the required to the work successfully is Salesforce supported browser Lightning Web element are the highlight and perform will be because they are the development of the code that run directly in the browsers. Out of the box compounds, it's come with a set of free installed compounds to the help you get started building app right the away. Since the compound we will do if you don't you want to have a to waste time in designing the application for the different device, reach customer comforts and is systems enchant with the business ready to element four of the Salesforce mobile application Lightning experience and the experience builders website. There is a navigations menu in the Salesforce mobile app allow user to the access your the compounds using dark mm, dark and the drops compounds in the lightning app builders customize the lightning experience or the create your the one lightning page use experience builders to create and customize experience builders site. The app exchange has more compounds for you organizations. You can also the publish and the share your the compounds with the other users and fast development. It is a help to run and operate the more efficiency efficiently by the delivering pre-built and compounds that is a function on the both a mobile and desktop platform building and the app without the compounds and within allow for the sequence with increase the development productivity compounds are the enclosed and they are the element are hidden but compounds and consumer can be there the public say this is a strong layer enables compounds developer be to change external information the details value with keeping the users out of the loop. Drive aware the cross browser capability app of the responsive and support the most recent the browser technology including the CSS CSS3 HTML and the touch event. Next questions. How to associate a standard controller with of the Visualforce page? Use the standard controllers attribute on of the Apex page element and to associate a standard controller with of the Visualforce page and allocate it the identifier of any Salesforce entirely that can be the faced with the Lightning Platform API. Use the following the markup to associate page with the standard controller for the configuration object and labels my custom the object. How, next question, how to access. Next questions, how to access data with the standard control in the Visualforce. Uh, gather methods is including in every standard control and returns the records indicated by the ID query string the variable of the website URL. Using the object syntax, the related page in markup can be reference attribute on the constant context record where the items is the lowercase name of the items connected with of the controllers. A page that is used to accounts standard controllers, for the example, can use account name to the get the variable of the names fields for the users that is currently in the context. You can the retrieve data from the LinkedIn records using the merge fields and syntax much like you do with the queries in the Lightning platform API. Next questions. Explain about the standard controller action and Visualforce. Whenever a page and event happen or if a consumer click of the button or uses over the region of the site page action, the methods apply the same navigation of the logic methods using the syntax in the action argument of one of the uh, preceding tags action. The methods can be the cause from a page markup apex common button and generate the button that is performance and actions. Next question describe the action the attribute in the action method that is supported in standard control. Following are the action methods attribute if the records and is the currently in context is the insert new records of the modifier exiting and records after this operation the same action either returns the users to the original page if you on the exit on the navigation them to the save records details page. Quick save if the records is currently in the context is insert a new records of the modify and exiting records this page does not redirect the visitor of the another page and apply the same actions edit the users will direct to the edit page to the current entry in the context after this is activity is completed the edit action take the users back of the page and return the action for the integrated delete remove the records from the contest the delete action either restarts the page of the redirect the users to the associated object tab after operation is completed cancel and edit the processor is updated the cancel actions return the consumer to the web page where the edit was integrated. After this is operation is the completed. List based on the most recently used list filter for of that item and given a page reference instead of the regular list page. For example, if the standard controllers in the contracts and the users must recent filters list of the new list and with the contact established in the last week will be destroyed. Next questions. What are the validation rules in standard controllers? If the users submit data on the Visualforce page with the standard controllers are the data Visualforce the validation rules errors and errors the can be the destroy of the Visualforce page the errors of this display if the validation rules and error address is a field connected with the and apex input the fields and add compounds if the validation rules and errors address it is a set of the main page and display the errors using the apex page and manage messages. Next question tell us about this styling the page that is used to standard controllers. The style used to the standard Salesforce page and associated with the specified object is automatically in, inherited by any page associated and with of the standard controllers. This is the tab for the supplied the object is selected and or page element are the stylist with the tab in associated controllers associate colors. This tab style the parameter on the apex page and element can be the used to change the styling of the page and the utilize and standard controllers the following the page. For example, utilize the accounts standard controllers, but output a page that is a essentials that is a opportunity tab and the used to the yellow colors of the opportunity tabs. Next, how to check the object assemblability in the Visualforce. Any Visualforce website page that is a content of the controllers to display an element will be the increasable if the users does not have a acquire the permission to the view of the requirement. This is the errors make you show the Visualforce compounds only render if the user has access to the controller associated object. Next questions. Explain about the customized compounds. You can the integrate interrogate of basically designing patterns is a tailors and compound and then resume re, reuse the compounds multiple times variable the visit first page similar or similar to how to can the work piece of code in the function and then the reuse, that is function server the times in the programs. Developers can be defining the properties that can be supplied can each compounds using the custom compounds. The value of the an attribute can then the effect how to markup appears on the final page as well as the controller basic logic that is run for that is a compounds instant. This is a differs from the behavior of the template which log merchant for the sending the data from the page that is utilize the template to the template and specialization specialization special specifications. Next questions. Explain about the Apex page compounds. Apex page Visualforce. Apex page is a Visualforce from the components because every Visualforce website page the beginning with the compounds the Apex page compounds of the extremely curricle. This is basically that is a single interface page where as all of the compounds must be there for a wrapped and within the Apex page and compounds. Some of the characterize of the Apex page and compounds are used to user post website. There are the follow. Follow. This is a call when the server requests the page. This page with the Apex, we should be and expression phrase refer to the can action method. The action do domain and Apex class must define controller. It is a charter type of the name must be defined and Apex class controllers refer so custom controllers which cannot be utilized the standard controllers in use. Next, extensions. This is used to give more facility to the custom controllers. We can do any extension for the various controllers. What are the inline the visual force page? Inline the visual force page is a visual force page that can be installed into the details page of the records in the Salesforce edit template option. You can do so if the page uses standard controllers of the object if will be provided the for integration in the details page designing in the example believe and inline the reference page of the standard controllers cannot contact will be recently only available for the integrating with corresponding the records. Next, what is standard list controllers? Standard list controllers allow to display list of the records within post page of standard list controllers provide the additional the pregnations action of the first last next and provides compared to the standard controllers. Defining these the controllers is similar to the standard controllers but need to the add of the more attribute record the set pair. C2 what is the custom controllers? Custom controllers in the Apex class that implement and customize logic to Visualforce page. We can the or right of the create new the functionality the by using the custom controllers. This is a important answer to the these kinds of the Visualforce Apex interview question and answers. The next question can be standard controllers and controllers attribute at a times. No, we cannot the reference to the attribute at a time. See below the syntax to under the stand correct the syntax and rounds. Next question, what are the tasks of the standard controllers? Standard controllers provide the ability to access and interact with structure business data obtained in the records display of the proper user interface. Standard controllers task controlling data and controlling the action is controlling the navigation. This is important. Also, this kind of the visual force interface and what can how can you create the Visualforce page in Salesforce? How can you create the Visualforce page in Salesforce? We can create the Visualforce page into the type in the way. From the setup the menu to setup develop and birds page, click on the new button, create the page of the enter the name and code of the Visualforce page. From of the Visualforce editor enter the Apex page name at add the URL and create a new page in the Visualforce editor. This is a important the answer to this is kind of the Visualforce. Next questions. What are the some Apex classes that are the commonly used to the within the controllers? Standard controllers select option page reference message. This is a important answer to the kinds of the Visualforce Apex interviews. What is include the which of the standard controllers data the fields of the associated object records are API assemble including the related records action save delete and view edit and cancel. This is important. Next question. What are the tasks of the standard controllers? Standard controllers will provide the ability access to the internal with the structured business data and connected content if in records display the proper user interface. The standard controllers task controlling data, controlling action, and controlling the navigation. Next question: what is the tags in Visualforce? This is the represent of the single line Visualforce. Every page and must start in the with this tags. Next questions: what are the expression is used in the page build of bind of in the controllers? Using the methods, we can the bind together will be returns value from the controllers to the Visualforce page. Select with pass value of the from Visualforce page to the controllers. Action will be redirect to the another page. Next, and what is the purpose of the controllers? Controllers provide the data and the action that is available to the Visualforce page and business logic and provided the thought controllers to the Visualforce page. It is a take the data from the users in the form of the input value. The controllers manipulate the users input and at one of the users we have the data is a manipulated user the forward to the browser at browser as a new page. Next questions: which object have associated standard controllers or all standard and the custom object that can be the associated with the API have a associated control. This is a important answer to the this kind of the visual. Next questions: how to file the dynamic query is a SQL using the database query example list account list and database query select name and from the account. What is the bucket fields in the response report? This fields is used to of the custom grouping of the value in the fields. This can be used to like summarizing the reports. Next question: what is the dynamic dashboard? Dashboard which run for the log in the users and dynamic dashboards. Can the dynamic dashboards in the schedule? No, no, they cannot be the schedules. Uh, how can you use two custom labels in the Visualforce page? Use to syntax for assembling custom label the Visualforce page. What is the type of the custom setting in Salesforce? List of the hierarchy types. Next question. What are the different type of the controller type of the collection in the Apex? There are the three types of the collection in Apex language. There are the set, list, and a map. What are the map in Apex? Map has a key and value. A key part of the single value map can be the user to stone the relationship between the two entire the key in map or the unique value can be duplicated. Next, how do we access static resource in the Visualforce? Use this syntax for the asserting static resource. How to enable inline the editing in the Visualforce page? You can enable inline the editing and the Visualforce page by using the components. Next question: what is the triggers? New is the triggers. Triggers.new is a list of the records that is are the context of the triggers or because of this these records and modification creation detections the triggers has been called. Next question: how do we bulk bulkify the triggers? Bulkification the requirement interacting over of the records in the triggers context of the example for the account and account dot triggers dot new. Use the logic. Yes. Next question: how can we get the whole value of the triggers? Use triggers code of map for you getting the price value of the fields. Next question: can be the modifier records directly in the triggers dot new? Triggers.new is a read-only list, but fields value can be changed in the case of the before triggers. Next question: what is the sandbox org? It is a it is the exact copy of the production org. Next question: what is the select the query that is can be returns records on the multiplayer option or list of the list. Next question: what is the full from the Ajax? Is 10 of the XCOM or Scrum nouns, Java, and XML. Next question: how can you show the custom errors message in the triggers? This can be the done using the add errors methods in the triggers. What is the of features automations? Feature methods start executions when the Salesforce with the resource available. That is the four executions. Next question: how to identify if the class in the text class? Text class always begin with the text. Next question: how to the convert block variable into the starting? Use the string to the convert block into the string. Next questions: what are the different methods? Be batch apex class, start methods, execute methods, and the finish methods. Next question: what is the thing in the apex class methods? Apex class codes when you use to with sharing users permission and the fields level security as the respected in case of the without the sharing codes run in system modes. Next question: can you use to device statement in the visual force components and controllers? The use to DML in the visual force components you can have the declare the allowed the to in the visual force components otherwise you can get the expectation DML and currently not allowed. You can the write of soul and in triggers. Elias, this is was not the allow, but now the soul are the allow in the triggers, which are the different access modifying the access. Private, public, protected, and global. Sorry. Next question: how to do access to static resource in the user post? Use this as a syntax for assigning the static resource. And next question: how to the enable inline the iterating visual force page? You can the enable inline the iterating visual force page by using the compounds. Next question: what is the triggers and new the triggers? Triggers.new is a list of the of record that is are of the context of the triggers or the week of the records modification creation deletion. The triggers has been the call. Next question: how do we bulkify the triggers? Bulkify triggers is iterating the order of the records and triggers the context. For example, the four account and triggers dot new. You the logic. Yes. Next questions. Next question: what are the different methods of the batch apex class? Start methods, execute and methods, and the finish the methods. Next question: what is the with sharing the in batch apex class code? When you use to with also sharing the use and permission and the failure level security respected in the case of the within the sharing codes runs of the system modes. Can you use to the DML statement visual force component controls? to the DMLs visual force compounds. You have to the declare the allowed to the visual force compounds, and otherwise you can will be get an execution DML and currently not the allowed. Can you the write SQL in triggers? In other words, this is not the allowed, but not the SN are the allowed to triggers. Next question: what is the different what are the different access modifiers in Apex? Private, public, protected, and global at a 4 access the modifier allow the in Apex. Next question, can you change your master of the details records in Salesforce? You provide the you have a ticket marker allow the printing in the field setting the otherwise fields and read only and master cannot be changes. Next questions. How can you log records in Apex? Used to for updating the query log of the records. Like for example, select ID name from the contact limit and 20 for the update. Next question: what is the Visual Force component? It is a piece of the code that is can be it can be the encapsulated in other the Visual Force page. Next question: how can you access the custom label in the Apex? Yes, string first label and system label and labeling name. Yes. Next question: how can you get all the key of the map variables? Use methods. Key set for this set is ID set. Map name is set. Next question: how can you compare the value of the tick list with the value validation tools? For the comparing tick list value is a pick list, feeds, nest, and compiles. Next question: what are the different type of the sandbox in the Salesforce? Uh, developer, pro, partial data, and the four are the type of the sandbox in Salesforce. Next question: what is the triggers? No, it is a list of the records in the correcting the context in the triggers. Next question: how can you create the input the feeds for the data and the visual force page? To create of the input date feeds on the visual force page, you will have to bin it without the exiting data feeds on any object. Next question: how can the you convert and takes after the starting string the name dot is other case? Can how can you convert the interface into the string value the integrated names? Next question: what are the different type of the image template that can be the created in the Salesforce? Text HTML using the letterhead, custom without using the letterhead and the visual post. Next question: what is the object in type? Object refers to any object that is can be stored in post.com platform. Database.com object is equal to new context. Next questions: how many the element can be the story without the collection list set of the map? There is a no limit of the number of the element that can be the story in the collection. However, we can need to consider the help size the limit. Next questions: expand the SQL and SQL and Salesforce object query language, SQL and Salesforce object search language. Next question: what is the difference between the SQL and the SOSL? SOQL can query the records the single records single object at a times with wheels. SOL can be query records from the multiple object SQL and returns a list of field SQL and returns list of the list. How can this can be the done using the all the row keywords? This is query all the records including the deleted records in the same prompt. Next questions: what are the governor limit in the Salesforce? Governor limit are the are run limit that are the enforced by Salesforce. Governor limit are the reset per transactions. Next question: what is the an apex transaction? An apex transaction that represent set of the operation that are the executed as a single person unit. Next question: what does heap in the apex mean? Every apex the transaction has a items heap into is a nothing but the garbage collected at the end of the every apex transaction. How can you expand the Apex class as a REST with the service and Salesforce. And Apex class can be exposed to the REST with the service by using the keyword and resource. Okay. Next question: what are the custom controllers? Custom controllers is an Apex class in the implement all of the logic for Visualforce page in the origin and standard controllers. Can a custom controllers class the accept agreement? No, custom controllers cannot be accept any agreement must use to agreement control constructor for the other task. Next question: what different type of the methods can be the deline from the visual course page? Get the methods settle methods and action methods. What are next question? What are the gather methods? Set of the methods. Gather methods can retrieve the data from the controllers with setter methods pass data from the page to the controllers. Next questions. What is the organization by default is a Salesforce. Organization by default is a used to the set default access level the for virus standard object and the all custom object default access can be used be set use and public the read only public read write or public read write and transfer for the different object. Next question: can you the set the default access and organization wide default for the details object in the case and master details relationship and no details object will be always have to default access and controller by the parents and cannot be changed. Next questions: what is the action resign with region in the Salesforce? Action region provides the area an area of the Salesforce page that is a decided separate which other components should be processed by host.com server when Ajax requested in the generated. We will still use the and the attribute can be action the compounds to the decided are the which of this should be the re rendered Ajax requested uh, complete. Next, what is the view state in the Salesforce? View state data the encrypted and the cannot be the view and tools like the fireback the maintain the state and visual first page that is post.com platform include the state and compounds feeds value and the controller state and hidden from the element. This is a encrypted string in the refer to as a view state and has a limit of 135 KB. Next question: what is a remote action? Is a Salesforce remote action function in a Salesforce allow users to access any methods from any class through JavaScript methods and get the result as a JavaScript object for the features. Many population part of the remember with the implementing the remote action the in function action and the methods should be how remote action the attentions. Next question: how many records you how to print out the page block? There are the times where there are the more 1000 records in the collection with the to be the printed when this this is visible collection limit the 100 is hit off and the page this does not load. Next question: what is the features method Salesforce? The features automation is used to the execute methods. Strong mostly is the Salesforce. For the example, we can use to the features methods to make we uh, where the service call out the apex triggers methods with the features functions must be the stick can only return by the data types. Next question: what is the page reference in the Salesforce? The page reference is one of the most commonly used to classes in the Visualforce program in the general instance of the page reference class can be the used to refers can be another web page. Thank you friends. मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में.